What is up, good people? It has been a while since I've done one of these videos, but I am really excited. This was a lot of days in the making, a lot of days of waiting, I should say. But we're finally here with a CGC pre-screen 9.8 unboxing. I am super excited to do this. I have a few books. You'll just have to stick around and see how many I ended up with. But we're going to have some fun today. And before we get into that, if this is your first time coming through the channel, thanks a lot for stopping by. I really appreciate you giving the channel a shot. Hopefully you see some books that you like, or you just enjoy the vibe of the video overall. And if you do, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. I love hearing from each and every one of you, so please don't be shy. I got Shazam hanging out with me. I was able to sneak up on this pop a few weeks ago. I've been meaning to show it off, but here he is in all his Shazamness. I have the bigger gallery pop. I haven't been able to show it in the video because it's kind of too big for the screen. So it's on my Instagram, so check that out. If you have Instagram, make sure you subscribe or follow me on Instagram. I would really appreciate it. So before we get into the actual CGC goodness, I wanted to show off the rejected books that I sent in, or the books that were rejected that I sent in. And I have 3 here, one of which being the local comic book shop, or local comic shop day. Cheryl Blossom, Riverdale #1 variant. Pretty cool copy there. I really wish that would have been graded in a 9.8. That was more so for my lady. I'm sure she would have loved it. But win some, you lose some. There's another one in here for her, so I'm sure she'll be excited about that. Next we have Super Sons, issue #1, Fried Pie variant. Dope cover. Really would have liked to have had this in 9.8. I don't even think there are many on the census at this point, but I'm determined to get one. Last but not least, a book we talked about in the last video briefly. That is Infinity Wars issue #6, the Mark Brooks cover. Beautiful cover there. Has my guy Arachnite on the cover along with the other mashup characters. But I'm determined to get this one in a 9.8. And there isn't any on the census currently, so if I could be the first, that'll be even cooler. So with those out of the way, let's have some fun, my friends. I'm just pulling these out of the box. I actually have 2 boxes here, but I'm just going to go in order, and we'll just have fun that way. Adventures of Super Sons, issue #1. Variant cover, beautiful cover. Peter Tomasi story, George Jimenez cover. Fantastic. Love the Super Sons. Absolutely love them. Very good story in my opinion. One of my, it's always a pleasure to read and just relax and enjoy the story of the Super Sons. So had to have this cover graded, and it's amazing that it came back at a 9.8. Good times. Next up, we have one for the missus. This is Blossom 666, issue #1. Archie Horror, beautiful cover. I believe this is the A cover. Fantastic cover. Flawless. No Newton rings on that. That's always a plus. Let's keep going here. One of my favorite titles to date, Wizard Beach, issue #1, variant cover. That is a fantastic story in my opinion. I love it. I know some people don't, but I really enjoy it, and it was great to be able to get a copy of the variant. I don't see many of these around. I believe at some point I was the only one ordering them from my shop, so I think the issue that I got might have been the only issue in the store. So that's always cool when that happens. But love the story and glad to have this in a 9.8. George Jimenez cover once again. This is Distracted Boyfriend Meme Homage cover. Young Justice, issue number 1. Fantastic cover. I know this was a pretty popular one. I know that there are a bunch graded at a 9.8, but I have my copy and I'm really excited about it. Great cover. I definitely set this one aside as soon as I got it to be sure to have this one graded. And it's always good when you can get those books with the white pages or white covers graded in a high grade. It's not easy to do, from what I hear. I don't get books graded enough to say that from experience. Killmonger, issue number 1. This is a Jason Pearson cover, 9.8. Dope cover. I knew as soon as I seen this cover, I was going to get a copy and I was going to have it graded, and it was going to be a 9.8. So this is really exciting. I saw this on Midtown, had to grab it. You know, I kind of put it off for a little while because the price point was a little bit too high for me. Then there was like a 15% discount day one day, and sold. So dope cover. Really excited to have this one in the collection. Oh, really nice, really nice. Kevin Eastman cover, Marvel Action, Spider-Man number 1. Fantastic cover. Another one of those books I had to set aside as soon as I bought it. It just screamed 9.8 to me, so really excited about that one. Beautiful cover. Kevin Eastman does really good work. I know he does a lot of work for, well, you know, goes without saying, but he does work for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I would love to see him start doing more things. I know I have a cover that he did for Conan, and that was really dope too. So I like to see him branching out, and I hope to see more from him in the future. Bully Wars, issue number 2. Just a regular A cover. Really, really cool. 9.8. Scotty Young story. Fantastic story. I love this story, which is why it is in this submission. Just a great story. 5 issues, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a great time. The coloring was fantastic. The characters were great. And I hope that he does more with this, with these characters in the near future. Oh, beauty. Self-Made, issue number 1 from Image. This is the Hero Incentive. Great cover. Or Hero Incentive variant, I should say, for issue number 1 of Self-Made. I'm kind of behind on this title, but after reading the first issue, I enjoyed it and decided to have this issue graded. I thought it'd be pretty cool, and I don't believe that there are many on the census. I want to say there's no more than 5, and I think that's a stretch. Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, Rivera variant, issue number 1. This is a beauty. Another one of those ones, you know, I knew as soon as I saw it, I had to have it, and it was going to be graded. Fantastic cover. I love her playing the drums. I love the story overall. I'm a big fan of it, so it's very fitting for me to have this one graded in my collection. The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, issue number 36. Dope cover. Just a beauty of a cover. I don't read The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl at all. I know some people that really enjoy it, and that's dope. I just haven't gotten around to reading any of it, but I saw this cover, it just popped to me, so I figured I had to have it. I ended up finding two, as it were, and I love it. What do we got next? Oh, shout out to Spidey Fan, the boss, the big man. Subscribe to his channel if you have not done so already, which you should have. So we have Superman issue number 10, first meeting of the Super Sons. The A cover. Thanks again, Spidey, for sending this to me. You're a class act. You're a great dude. I really appreciate you, man. A great comic book friend. So thanks a lot, man. We did it. 9.8. Couldn't have done it without you, that's for sure. Let's see. Bear with me. Another one of those books, just because of the cover, I had to have it graded. I had to have it in my collection, period. But then I definitely had to have it graded. So we have Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, issue number 45. The variant cover by Tyler Kirkman. Beautiful cover. Beautiful, beautiful cover. Really popular book. Hard to find in stores. Next to impossible, some would say. Ice Cream Man, issue number 1. First appearance of the Ice Cream Man. And that is the A cover. I have the B cover. I didn't send it in. Don't ask me why. I'm sure it will happen at some point. But I really just wanted to have the A cover in my collection because I really love this story. Fantastic horror anthology story. One of the best, hands down. Fantastic read. Miles Morales Spider-Man, issue number 1. Unlimited Spider-Man number 241. Addy Granoff cover. What a beauty that is. Another one of those white covers. Smoking hot. Beautiful cover. Can't say much more about it. My boy Miles, front and center, white background. Gotta love it. Oh, very popular cover. There are at over 200, I want to say, of these, graded at 9.8, I think, last time I checked. Julian Titino Tedesco, Harley Quinn, number 57, variant cover. And I have a few of these puppies because I had to grab them because they were so beautiful. Now I have one graded at a 9.8. Oh, back of the cover is pretty dope too. For those of you that like Deadly Class, Carolina Chris, what's up? Another one of my favorite titles, issue number 1, Old Man Hawkeye. One of my favorite artists, by the way, too, Marco Cicchetto. He is a beast. I really love his work, and I especially love his work on Old Man Hawkeye, which is what drew me towards him. I just love the way he draws Old Man Hawkeye. So, somehow, some way, the stars aligned on this one. I kind of sent this one in on a whim, really, if I'm being honest. And it came back at a 9.8. I am really surprised, but I am super, super happy about it. Immortal Hulk, issue number 2, variant cover, Incredible Hulk, number 719, first appearance of Dr. Fry, Zavano cover. How about that, my friends? Dope. Dope, dope, dope. Get out of the way. I know there's glare on it, but there it is. I know this is fetching a pretty penny online these days, so that's really cool. Did not expect that at all. One of the only ones, if not the only one, in this submission that I was a little iffy about. So I signed up for the, what is it? The mid-tier, I want to say, the $150 tier, which at that point they give you a $150 credit. So that's when things went awry for me. So I just put in a big, I don't want to say big, but a sizable submission at that point, just to have some fun. Infinity Wars issue number 3. This is the Patrick Zircher variant cover. Dope cover. Love this cover. Catching up on this story, I actually downloaded Infinity Wars tonight on my tablet, so I can't wait to read it and have some fun there. Everything leading up to Infinity Wars has been fantastic in my opinion, and this particular issue is where the mashups happen, where we get Arachnite and Soldier Supreme and Ghost Panther, Iron Hammer, and Weapon Hex, along with some others, I believe. I'm surprised they don't have that in the keynotes, but you know, you win some, you lose some. I guess at whatever time they do start adding that information, I'll probably resubmit this one and have that information added. But for right now, I'm happy. 9.8, can't go wrong. Dope cover. Citizen is making really cool Marvel custom watches too. So if you're bored and you want to look that up, they're pretty dope. We're going back to Bully Wars for a second for issue number 1, and this is the variant B. Really, really cool cover. Love the story once again. Had to have it. It's still going, my friends. Hang with me. Hang with me. Kevin Sutter's Sisters of Sorrow from Boom Studios. This is the Unlocked Retailer Edition. Beautiful cover. I really enjoyed this story. I believe it was 6 issues. Fantastic. So these women who are being abused and live in this this shelter for abused women decide to take justice into their own hands. And you can tell from the cover how that works out. So great story. I hope they make this into a show. I think it'd be really cool, but I haven't heard much about this for quite some time, but I enjoyed it. So Sisters of Sorrow, issue number 1, variant. We've done Bully Wars, issue number 2, issue number 1. Now this is issue number 3. Another one of those white covers. Can't go wrong with that in a 9.8. Fantastic variant cover for issue number 3. And I believe this is the Scotty Young cover, so can't go wrong with Scotty Young, in my opinion. I love his work. Let's do another number 1. We'll go with Cold Spots, issue number 1. Colin Bunn story, Mark Torres cover and art. I really enjoyed reading Cold Spots. It was a nice read for me. Dan, the main character, his wife and daughter go missing, and he experiences a bunch of ghostly, otherworldly encounters as he is in pursuit of them. So, great time, great read if you have the chance. Last but not least for this first box, another number 1, another one of my favorites. She Could Fly, issue number 1 by Dark Horse. Really love this story. It took a turn. There's not really much about She Could Fly, or the lady who could fly. It has a lot to do with the main character's struggles with mental health, if I'm being honest. So really cool story. Love the artwork. It's by the same person who does the Ice Cream Man. So it's a fun time for me because I enjoy that style. And that's from Burger Books. Next, moving on to the next box. A few more to go here, my friends. Had to get this one graded. Had to get this 9.8 in my collection. Why not? If I want to be like the cool kids like Capital JB, I have to have at least one of these in my collection. And that is Amazing Spider-Man number 792. Beautiful cover. I remember when this came out, and I remember leaving a copy on the shelf. I kick myself about that now, and I can remember it clear as day. Just walking away from it. Who knew it would be something so sought after? But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And I have a copy and a 9.8, so that's dope. Stegman cover. Venom, Anti-Venom, Maniac, Hammerhead, Black Cat, Scorpion, and Looter appearance. And I believe this is the first full appearance of Maniac. But correct me if I'm wrong, my friends. Another number 1 for the PC, Shazam number 1. Let's see, variant cover. Gary Frank cover, to be exact. I've been loving Shazam, at least this storyline. I haven't read anything before. I haven't even seen the movie yet, but just this story alone has been a good time for me and a good introduction to this character. So, fantastic read, in my opinion, and I look forward to each issue that comes out. Oh, Bully Wars issue number 5, variant cover. Another one of those white backgrounds. Love it. And Bully Wars issue number 4, a cover. Oh, nice. Flash number 51, Howard Porter cover. This is the A cover. I really love Wally West's costume for some reason, which draws me to the character. While I have not read anything yet, it draws me to buy the covers that he's on. And I just really thought this cover was dope. It really stood out to me. I believe I have 2 copies. I can't find the other one, but I'm really happy this one came back graded at a 9.8. The one everyone's looking for. The one that has all the hype around it right about now. That's Naomi number 1, and this is the A cover. Fantastic story. So glad I jumped on this early. I was actually anticipating this before it came out once I read the preview about it, and this has not disappointed. Issue number 5 was fantastic, and I will at some point have all of these graded at a 9.8, or all the issues graded at a 9.8. I also have the B cover. I don't know why I didn't send it in, but I will at some point, I'm sure. Spider-Gwen is back. This is issue number 34, Edge of the Spider-Verse, or Edge of Spider-Verse number 2, cover homage. And this is also Ghost Spider origin within this story as well. So the last issue for this run, but leads into the Ghost Spider run. Fantastic cover. Variant cover for Die, issue number 1. Jamie McLeavy cover. Hope I said that right. Probably said it wrong, but my heart was in the right place. Beautiful cover, flawless, flawless, flawless. I have not seen any Newton ring issues as of right now, so that's great. Dope cover, great story. Shazam issue number 2, Christmas cover, and I believe this is the first appearance of King Kid, who runs one of the magic lands, or I believe Funland, and he allows for young kids to come there, play, be happy, be merry, but once they turn 18, they have to be basically slaves to Funland. So that's the compromise. So fun read, great time. Shazam issue number 2, Christmas cover. Last but not least, and before I get into it, I just want to give a shout out to my buddy, Kevin Taylor. He's a really cool dude. Please check out his channel if you have the time. Just a really, really great guy. He does a lot of CGC unboxing videos over there. So again, please check him out. Description will be below. And tell him I said hi. So last but not least, we have Amazing Spider-Man 793. This is Venom, Anti-Venom, Maniac, Black Cat, and Maniac appearance. Ryan Stegman, cover and art. Beautiful cover. Finally graded. Been sitting on this one since it came off the shelf. It's so many months, or basically a year ago now, probably more. But it's just been sitting around, and now it is graded 9.8. So I know this was a little bit longer of a video. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Hope you saw some books that you like. If you did, please let me know in the comments what you liked. Let me know what you're sending away to get graded. Let me know what you're waiting on to have graded. Just let me know all that good stuff. What you're reading, I still want to know all that good stuff, so don't be shy. And I'll see you in the comments. And as always, get back out there and grab those